There was a good friend of mine, someone I cared about deeply. We had known each other for years. He was someone who wore his heart on his sleeve, always trying to be there for others, always trying to do the right thing. But life isn't that simple, is it? Sometimes, despite our best intentions, we cause more harm than good. The people you love the most, they say they're the ones you hurt the most. At first, I didn't believe that. How could someone who loves so deeply, who cares so much, be the source of such pain? But my friend, he taught me otherwise. He made me realize how easily love can turn into something sharper. How words, once spoken in anger, can never be taken back. He had a way with people, my friend. He could make you feel like you were the only person in the world, like your happiness was all that mattered. But in the quiet moments, behind the laughter and smiles, he was haunted by the things he'd done. I watched him, time and time again, hurt the very people he claimed to love. He didn't mean to, it was never intentional. But intent doesn't matter when the damage is done, does it? What haunted him even more, though, were the things he didn't do. The times he could have reached out but didn't. The moments when someone needed him, and he let them down. Those missed opportunities, those silences, they weigh heavier than any action ever could. He would talk about them sometimes, late at night, when the world was quiet, and there was no one left to impress. He'd say, if only I had spoken up. If only I had been there. Maybe things would be different. But it wasn't just about what he didn't do. No, the things he did, they haunted him even more. The lies he told to protect himself, the selfish choices that pushed others away. He would say, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was protecting them. But we both knew the truth. He was protecting himself from the fear of being vulnerable, from the pain of admitting that he wasn't perfect. He hurt people, unintentionally, but the pain was real. It was the kind of pain that lingers long after the apologies, long after the promises to change. It's the kind of hurt that stays with you, that follows you into your quiet moments when you're alone with nothing but your thoughts. And for him, that pain, the pain he caused, became a shadow, one that he could never shake. There were nights when he would sit there, staring at nothing, drowning in the memories of all the hurt he caused. The regrets piled up like weights around his neck, dragging him deeper and deeper into the abyss. I remember one night, clear as day, when he said, I don't think I can do this anymore. The words were soft, almost a whisper, but the meaning behind them was deafening. I knew what he meant. He didn't feel good enough. He didn't feel like he deserved to be here anymore. The weight of his regrets, the things he did, the things he didn't do, became too much for him to bear. He wanted to end it all, and for a moment, I thought he might. He felt like he had failed the people he loved, failed himself. He was consumed by the belief that he wasn't good enough, that the world would be better off without him. But he didn't give up. He came close, so close, but something held him back. Maybe it was fear, maybe it was hope. Maybe it was the realization that, despite everything, he still had a choice. And that's the thing about regret. It never leaves you, but you can choose what to do with it. My friend, he made a decision that night. He chose to keep going, not because he felt strong, but because giving up was too easy. And something inside him whispered that there was still time, still a chance to make things right. Regret became his companion after that, not as a burden to crush him, but as a reminder, a guide on his journey. He realized that regret wasn't something to run from, but something to carry with him, as part of his story. Every mistake, every missed opportunity, every hurtful word, those were scars. Yes, but scars are proof that we survive. They are part of who we are, and to deny them would be to deny ourselves. I learned something from him, from watching him wrestle with his demons. Regret doesn't have to be the end of the story. It's a part of the journey, a part that shapes us. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're beyond saving. It just means you're human. My friend. He still carries those regrets with him. He still remembers the hurt, the things he did, and the things he didn't do. But he's learned to live with it. He's learned that regret doesn't have to destroy you. It can be the very thing that pushes you to become better, to do better. And that friend, that person I've been talking about this whole time, that friend was me. It's always been me. I still have regrets. I still carry the weight of the things I've done and the things I've left undone. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting. And I've learned that as long as I'm still breathing, I can keep moving forward, one step at a time. Regret is part of the journey. But it doesn't have to define you. It didn't define me.